Hey guys, in this video I wanted to share part of my story. It involves a certain season that was a difficulty or a storm that took place in my life a number of years ago. But whenever I was 15, I was a sophomore in high school, and I got woken up in August because by my dad. He was waking me up to take me to football practice for 2 days during the month before school started. But he let me know that my brother had been in a car wreck and he needed to go check on him at the hospital. And so everyone in my household at that time got up and started their day. I went to football practice. And a couple hours later, my dad showed up and let me know the devastating news that my brother had actually died in a car wreck. And I just remember falling to my knees. My strength was taken away from me. And word of it spread because my dad told the head coach, and my older brother Eran, who was 19 at the time, he had actually played on the same football team at the same high school years earlier, and he had played with a lot of guys that were on the team. So he was friends with them, and he was the type of guy that always made people laugh and was a good friend to them. And so not just my family, but my whole team, my whole community was impacted by the sudden tragic death of my brother. And I remember thinking some of the most painful things in my life was that to imagine that my brother had died alone was very sad to me. And I remember thinking even then, as a 15-year-old, that I was really going to hate that my kids wouldn't get to meet their uncle. You see, I'm actually one of 6 sons with no daughters or no sisters. And I'm number 4. Eran was number 3. So those of you that have a big family can understand that. But we had really good relationships with each other. We still do, all of my brothers. And on this day, a brother that we loved very much was taken away from us on this side of eternity. There was a couple things that helped. The first thing is knowing that Eran had saving knowledge of Jesus Christ was especially important to us. And I look back on that time and I realized how important my dad was. My dad was a preacher. He had been a preacher, still is a preacher for my whole life. And something that could have broke him is something that he actually stayed strong through. My brother actually died on my mom and dad's wedding anniversary on August 9th. And, I look back on that time and I acknowledge that because my dad didn't break, my family didn't break, that we didn't break as a unit. But my dad really modeled for us what it meant to mourn well, is a phrase that he used pretty often that stuck inside of me, because we're all going to be sad. We do love or lose loved ones on this side of eternity while we're alive, but we can mourn well. We don't have to let that grief overtake us in a devastating way, even though it was a very trying circumstance. And I share that with you today because I was thinking about him just a couple days ago, and I sure do miss my brother still. I have a lot of good memories of him. I aspired to be like him in a lot of ways. He was a role model to me, and I still love him, and I still think about him, and I'm sure that I will for the rest of my life. But God has used that in a lot of ways for a lot of good. Through something that was really difficult for me and my family, he's actually used it to be a blessing to other people, in that we can minister to them. We can acknowledge, the pain that they've gone through, the difficulty, but also let them look ahead that there's a time of healing. And what I'm going to do is include in this comment section or in the description of this video, I'm going to include a link, because a couple years after I graduated high school, my youngest brother was playing football, and he was a senior, and word got to a news channel about my family's story. And so they actually made a video. They asked all of my brothers, the 5 brothers remaining, to come in and to give an interview. And I'm going to share that with you guys. I would like for you to watch it as well. But in this comment section, well, first off, what I want to do is encourage you. And I want to tell you that even if you feel lonely, or even if you feel like you're going through a very difficult time, God is with you. And you might not be able to acknowledge it right now in this moment, but you're going to be able to see in years to come, as you keep a soft heart before Him, that God is with you because He does love you. And I know that to those of you listening to this, you may have gone through a similar season, or you might be going through one right now. But what I want to do is encourage you is that the God of this universe, the Creator, knows who you are. He knows you by name, and He cares about you. He cares about your heart. He wants to fill you with His strength. He wants you to feel His presence, and He wants you to have a personal relationship with Him. He's revealed Himself through His Son, Jesus Christ, who died on the cross for our sins. And for all of us, we can have that personal relationship with our Creator, and we can make it through those very difficult times, because not of our own strength, but because of the strength that God gives us. So my encouragement with you is keep up, keep praying, keep looking to the Lord, because God is going to minister to you, and God is going to take care of you. What I would like for you to do is that if you're going through one of those seasons, why don't you tell us in the comments section so that we can pray for you? We would like to come alongside you as a community, and if you'll let us know in the comments section, we sure would like to pray for you, no matter what it is. And also, if you've gone through a season like this in the past, maybe you can take an opportunity to share part of your story, or to share an encouragement that could be helpful to other people. But I want you guys to know that you are loved. I loved you. I feel God's love for you. You're cared for, and He's going to minister to each and every one of you in your time of need, okay? God bless you. Have a great day, and please comment in this section so that we can pray for you guys. All right. Love you.